Alright, here we go. Now we're live.
Paul? Yeah? I have to talk to you, please. I have to talk to you.
Talk later?
Now.
Yeah.
I have a 17-year-old son.
I'll ask him. Check it out, Reno. This is a bet I don't mind, losers. Rounder. Check it out, Reno. Rounder. Please, check it out, Reno.
Well, guess what? Now it's raining dicks. Yeah, it's raining dicks.
I'm very aroused. She gets a special.
Brian, I'm going to be honest with you. That smells like pure gasoline.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Oh, what's wrong with you? You're projecting. Drop it. You drop it. You stop projecting on me. Why don't you go enjoy yourself while I go ice my balls and spit up blood?
Drop it!
Oh, yeah. Welcome to the first special episode of the KickBACK with Matt and Matt.
Oh, yeah, baby.
And we're here today to tell you some sexy things. We're not quite sure what they are yet because this is our first attempt at this. We kind of did this because we made a joke about it. And this just goes to show you
far, like
we take things
else.
way too far.
Take it real deep.
Real deep.
Deep and long.
Not
with
us,
our
but you know.
we don't take it deep.
We go the
give
extra
it
mile.
deep. Yeah. We put it in real deep when it comes to jokes. We're just going to relax tonight.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be so good. Make sure you get your subwoofers turned up so you can really feel the vibration of our voices.
You want to feel it tingle right there in your
it's
groin.
so good. In fact, we're going to turn up the low
that's
end.
even better.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, baby.
I was watching a Barry White video earlier.
Oh, yeah.
He plays the piano while he sings.
Oh, and while he fellatiates a woman.
And he sings. No. Fellatio is on the man.
While he fellatiates his partner. He likes to keep it sexy with everybody.
It's a good thing we don't have any listeners because everyone would have lost us by now. So anyway, Barry White, he sings into a condenser mic, which is from cymbals.
Oh.
So that's very interesting.
Very nice.
Mainly because he has a very low voice, but I suppose it still picks up the dynamic range necessary to have the low end.
His voice is like a booming thunder.
Yeah, it's true. Well, I guess what's been going on, I went riding on my motorcycle today.
You did?
I did.
Took a ride.
I took a ride around town, and I went downtown.
Well, you went downtown. Oh, yeah. With sheer low-end torque power. You took it way downtown.
We went rumbling through the valley, if you will.
Brustling past all the wilderness.
I now have a little rash. My doctor says it'll clear up in 24 to 78 hours.
Where'd you go for a ride? Where'd you go?
I just went up over to the gas station and around back over by the costume shop.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Make Believin'.
The old one or the new one?
The new one.
Okay.
Yeah, the old one's not there anymore. Yeah. It's a hotel.
The memories of Make Believin'.
Oh.
Now it's just an abandoned parking lot where people can go and have a good time.
Oh, it's so good. Now, I'll tell you, we'll see you guys at Makeout Point this weekend. We frequent it there with whoever we pick up at the time.
On the way.
Usually it's a bunch of groceries to go home with, but every once in a while, one of those groceries wants a special night.
Like Angelina Jolie. Every now and then I like to slice the middle of my orange and peel back the skin. Pretend like it's...
Citrus burns so good.
Make sure you don't have any open sores near your mouth and or lips. Because you will know it about.
Oh, it'll hurt so good.
You can pretend like you're Brad Pitt. Adopt a bunch of little children from Africa.
Yes, Angie, we are taking this joke too far. Bring me more kids. Don't you see how much of a humanitarian I am? Doesn't it turn you on? Kiss me with your citrusy lips.
Kiss me with that vitamin C.
I'll
feel the cold coming on.
Feel a little under the weather. Oh, man. Well, anyway, so I took a ride today.
Nice.
We were going to ride over the weekend, but you only wanted to go around the block once.
Well, we had some company, so I didn't want to just leave
Well,
them hanging.
you suggested that we go riding. And I don't know about you, but when I ride, it's for hours. I'm not a 3-pump chump when it comes to riding my motorcycle.
A 3-gear queer. Never get it past the 3rd gear.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
I promise a much longer ride next.
I'm going to put some smooth jazz underneath of this because it's going to be painful listening to this later if we don't. Anyway, so it was a nice ride. I was having some trouble in first gear there. It was a little, I don't know, it seemed like my clutch was, it was catching the gear funny.
Oh.
And every time I would, just throttle a little bit so I'd keep moving, it was almost jerking forward a little bit.
Oh, I was giving you a little bit of
pump
and jerk.
Yeah, the jerk and turn. So it was a little jostling, but we got through it okay, and everything's fine now. Yeah. So
ran to the finish line.
Oh, it went all the way.
Oh yeah.
And back again. So what else is going on here? I'm trying to think. We might have some exciting musical things happening around the holiday season of Halloween.
Yeah. We have to get more in depth with that because
hopefully we have one problem, and that is we're trying to find the drummer. Our usual drummer Tom is taking October off.
I know a drummer that we can possibly rope into that.
Do you?
Yeah, he's our old drummer friend.
Oh, maybe
drum with us.
That's a possibility. We have to see if he would be in for that. That would be delightful.
I think he would if we had the old crew back together again.
Yeah.
Because we I don't know if I told you, but Greg asked me about doing that.
Yeah, he asked me.
He volunteered
today or yesterday, I think.
He didn't even know about it.
Yes, he
beforehand.
did. I sent him a text message.
Oh, so he's in. I think he'll do it. I think we'll go all the way.
Mm-hmm. If you're going and you don't go all the way, where have you gone?
To Sad
halfway.
Sad town. Blue ball station. Edge of the bed crying.
One time, Larry, he never sees a second turn. Yeah, it's just a straightaway for him. There's no turns or hills, loops or valleys. So
funny enough, he has a crooked dick.
He does. It's funny. He's got a little bit of plaque buildup in some of his chambers there, and hopefully he goes to a urologist and gets that checked out. We're worried about you, Larry. Take care.
Be careful, Larry.
You see what happens, Larry. See what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass.
Oh.
Well, that's probably not how it happened, but it might have.
He might have twisted his dick up in a stranger's ass.
You need to lube it before you doob it.
Oh,
otherwise, you just get a bent dick. So, anyway, what else is going on?
What else is
anything
new?
For you? We got your motorcycle running now.
Yeah, we had some issues
over
the
weekend. Trouble. Yeah, holding down a charge.
It was keeping it was just staying real still.
Yeah.
It was playing hard to get.
Right. It just kept sputtering every time I tried to start it up. That's it, baby.
Oh yeah, you're really getting there now.
So we just loosened the wire, lubed him up a little bit, and tighten the wire back down. And
That's how, that's
she
how it
purred.
worked out. Oh, yeah.
She purred. She sounded a little sickly at first. Well, she still sounds a little sickly, but
She might have a cold.
it might be a cold. Yeah.
Actually think that the stator is going up on it. I've been doing some research. I feel like the alternator.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that might be the next problem.
All right.
In all honesty, that stator's about to blow. But for in the meantime, we're gonna go all the way as
so
long as we
good.
can.
We're gonna go till we blow a gasket.
I keep that chain nice and lubed up. We'll just keep on
It
running.
is a chain driven. That means
It
you've got
is.
a shaft in there.
That means, well, you don't have a shaft in there.
Oh yeah, you
But it
don't.
needs a
You
shaft,
need
is
a
what
shaft.
it is.
Yeah, that would take care of a lot of your problems.
It could use a shaft.
Right.
And I have
Right.
just the shaft. To give
Oh, so good. Well, what else is going on? Anything else for you? I cut you off there.
it. No, nothing really new besides the motorcycle.
Okay.
Came in over the weekend. I saw our friends John and Sammy
Yeah.
for
mhm.
their daughter's birthday.
Right.
That was good. It was really good. We had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
It was good seeing John again. He said
Yeah.
he was going to call into the show.
Well, we might have trouble with that. The phone line doesn't seem to be working correctly.
Oh, the phones are down.
So
that's like the that's
the
what
internet was being spotty here. We weren't going to be doing the show live, but now it seems to be working correctly. So right before you got here, actually. So hopefully
you
it holds
are
up.
listening live. Which
Yeah,
is anyone?
we do have one viewer.
Oh, we have one.
Yeah,
That's probably the same one.
it probably is.
Well, if you are listening to this,
You're welcome for the waves of pleasure.
yeah, that's right. You know you wanted it. We know you wanted it.
So just kick back.
Just kick back, relax.
That's what we're
Let us
here
take
for.
care of you.
Let me move my mustache out of the way.
Put a little Vaseline on that mustache.
That's
It
the
gets
flavor
prickly.
saver. You know what they say.
Got those pussy juices dripping off of your mustache. Could be the Malibu.
It's like a rainstorm. The edges of an umbrella and a
You
rainstorm.
wring them out when you're done. Hold
It's a
your
hell of
tongue
a
out.
sound effect. Sounds like an old Jewish guy blowing his nose.
Oy vey! I tell you, this hummus always makes me a little snotty.
A little verklempt. But yeah, so what else is going on here? I guess not a whole lot else, huh?
Nothing new. Last week we had to take the week off.
Yeah, we took the week off. I was on
We
vacation.
went on vacation. How was that?
It
How was your
nice.
trip down to Ocean City?
It was good. The waves were blowing, and
Was the pussy flapping and the boobs
it was like
bouncing?
they were free. They were free finally free.
Finally free. Like
Dream theater. Yeah,
Like James LeBurie's career.
that's it. It's
Fine.
finally free.
Well, Mike Portnoy, I guess I should say.
Well, he's busy. He's been playing with the Transatlantic Boys.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Yeah. I think they have a separate project, Winery Dogs, I believe,
Oh, okay.
is what it's called.
Hmm.
A few of the guys from Transatlantic, from what I understand, I've never really cared for them very much, so I haven't listened to it personally. But
No one
yeah.
wants to hear Mike Portnoy outside Dream Theater.
No. And somebody was talking to me the other day, if I was going to go see him, and I said, no, Mike's out of the band. There's really no point for me.
They're dead
It's the
to me.
same as me, seeing Judas Priest back when Ripper Owens was in it. It's kind of pointless.
Yeah, they're dead to me now.
Speaking of which, Rob Halford's birthday was yesterday, I believe.
Yesterday.
He's 63.
63 sexy years.
Oh
old.
man, he is still at it.
He's
Maybe
still fucking
he's
dudes
making
and
some.
making
Well, the
music.
same dude, yeah.
Fucking a guy.
Yeah, fucking the one guy that he's been fucking for the past. I think he's been with him for 13 or 14 years, something
Holy
like
shit.
that. Yeah.
That's why his head's so shiny.
Oh, it's.
He gets someone to wax it for him. You can't reach all those spots all by yourself.
Get one of those power buffers.
Waxing your head is always better when you do it together. Remember that, people.
Oh man, well.
Love is love,
Oh, it's in the air.
and when it's between a man and another man, it's sloppy
Oh, it's crazy.
And wonderful.
Well, let me tell you a little story here. I met Melissa while I was working a construction job down in West Virginia.
Oh, you did?
All right. And while visiting a co-worker's apartment complex, I noticed a sexy, petite, raven-haired beauty entering my apartment next door. Yeah, it was good. My friend said she lived around there, but alone.
All alone.
So,
Hope she doesn't get raped.
I said, I hope she's okay, and I left.
Here's her weight pencil, honey. Lotus.
But the neighbor thought that she was dating some black guy. A few times.
How eloquent.
As I was leaving, she was coming out of her apartment. I smiled and I introduced myself. I said, hello, my name is. And we talked for a few moments.
Freddy Fuckfingers.
I let her know that I was very interested in her, and she told me I seemed like a nice guy.
Nice guy.
Then she licked her full, sensuous lips.
Oh.
Looked appraisingly at my 6'3" muscular body. And said maybe we could hang out sometime and get to know each other better.
Maybe we could talk about geopolitics sometime over a nice seaweed salad.
I have great problems with our current relations with Soviet Russia, the former. Maybe we could get together sometime and discuss our foreign policy.
She looked me up and down, my gelatinous 5'6" average size body, evaluating my flapping moose knuckle sticking out of my gym shorts that I was so slobbily wearing. And she
said, yes, I'm very interested in the North Pole.
I must be going.
Anyway, back to my story. So after she licked her full sensuous lips and looked at my 6'3" muscular body, she said maybe we could hang out sometime and get to know each other better. Well, I'll tell you, my dick came to life at the thought of boning Melissa. We hung out together a few times that week, and on Thursday, we made a date for the following evening. As I was getting ready to leave her place that night, 5 black studs showed up at her door.
Oh, no.
It was raping time. And Melissa introduced them as friends of hers. At that point, I had no right to be jealous. So a couple of moments after they arrived, I said good night and left.
Bye-bye. Gang rape scenario. See you another time.
Thanks for submitting that story there.
That was the end of the story.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's so good.
That sounds like a serious rape situation. I feel that the police should probably be called.
Actually, there's more of the story, but I don't feel like paying the money to view the rest of the
I like the ending
story.
I think that's ending is satisfactory. He goes really into detail about how like sexy he thinks he is, and how much he's really got this girl on her hook with the fucking seaweed salad and geopolitics. And 5 black dudes come show up and steal his bitch.
He's like, I'll see you later.
Gripping his wallet the whole time. Trying to avoid eye contact. I'll catch you another time, okay?
I got it in my wallet as if it were a golden treasure.
As if it were a golden calf from India.
Which, strangely enough, is another one of my issues.
I have a lot of racial insensitivities.
Have you ever seen the movie Hotel Rwanda? It's just as bad in India. Very poor culture.
Casteism and whatnot.
Oh. All right, well, we got one more story here before we take a little musical break.
Oh, yeah.
It was a little over 2 months ago. I stumbled onto something that would change my life forever.
Oh.
It was late at night, and I was taking the trash out to the dumpster in the back alley when I tripped over a neatly stacked and tied bundle of adult magazines.
Oh, my.
I quickly confiscated the dozen or so magazines and took them to my garage. for further inspection.
This isn't for trash. This is for beat fests later.
This is marathon material.
I'll
I
take
glanced. You're welcome, garbage man. I glanced through them just long enough to get a major hard-on before returning to my unsuspecting wife. We both enjoyed the benefits of those few articles that I'd read that night
Oh my.
over the few days. I spent more and more time in the garage. The letters that intrigued me most were about women who cheated on their husbands with their husbands' complete consent.
Oh my.
They aroused something in me that I'd never known was there. Since Leanne was still a virgin until we were married, I knew she had never experienced sex with anyone else. And until now,
Tainted.
oh, it was fresh. I had never given it a second thought. Some of those letters raised thoughts and questions in me, though, like whether she would like having another man's cock pumping his fluid into her and how I would react if that happened. I was determined to find out some answers.
Adulteration.
I talked to Leanne. She said no. And then I said all right, and I went back to the garage.
To beat myself silly.
Thanks for that story. It was touching.
What a wonderful...
Could have been touching if you did.
Well, if he had just tried to touch something besides his own
Magazines.
magazines and maybe a little sanity, he would know that his wife's not a slutty whore.
Oh, it's good to
You
know.
With a name like Leanne, I was expecting her to say, I'm not wasting my one good tooth on sucking some other stranger's dick.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
But she was an upstanding citizen.
Oh, well, all right. I guess we do have time for one more here.
Oh, bring it.
One more short one. I've been married to a beautiful woman named Carol for 10 years now. She's a gorgeous blonde with blue eyes that captivate anyone she turns them on. She stands 5'4" and weighs a mere 118 pounds.
Carol.
Wet. She's so small that a guy could wrap his arm around her small frame and just carry her away, similar to a bowling ball or some other piece of sports equipment.
Forced slavery.
You're like the hype man in the back of corners. Caroline. This is the next venture. We're doing this. I'm gonna read erotic stories and have you do backup brothers. Oh, it's too good. Okay, anyway. Carol and I met while in college, and I became her first real lover. The first time I made love to her, getting my cock into her tiny pussy was a very, very slow process.
Grueling.
Extra effort. It took almost a full minute to work my dick in because she was so tight.
60 seconds.
But I made sure to play with her clit and breasts. And she had a small orgasm before I was all the way inside. Then when I started thrusting in and out, she had several more.
Multiple orgasms.
Then she said, "Wait a minute, you're not my husband yet. I thought I was a virgin until we got married.
Premarital sex.
It seems this man has some explaining to do, or at least Carol does."
Desi Arnaz.
All right, so in the spirit of that, we're going to take a little musical break. We're going to hit you with my dear friend Marvin. He's got something that he wants you to do, and you better do it,
Play us in, Marvin.
Marvin. We'll see you.
Oh, baby.
I've been really trying, baby, trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I
get it on. Let's love, baby. Let's get it on. Sugar, let's get it on. Woo, we're all sensitive people with so much to give. Understand me, sugar. Since we got to be, let's live. I love you. There's nothing wrong with me loving you, baby, no, no. And giving yourself to me can never be wrong. If the love is true, oh baby. Ooh, don't you know how sweet and wonderful life can be? Ooh, I'm asking you, baby, to get it on with me. Ooh, ooh. I ain't gonna worry, I ain't gonna push, won't push, baby. Come on, baby, stop being like this. Yeah, let's get it on. You know what I'm talking about. Come on, baby. Hey, hey, let your love come out. If you believe in love, let's get it on. Ooh, let's get it on, baby. This minute. Oh, yeah, let's get it on. Don't you, baby? My whole body feeling of love. I ain't gonna worry. No, I ain't gonna push. I won't push, baby. Woo! Come on, darling. Stop beating around the bush. Oh, gonna get it on. Threatening you, baby. I want to get it on. You don't have to worry that it's wrong. If the spirit moves you, let me groove. Good, let your love come down. Oh, get it on. Come on, baby. Do you know me? Being sanctified. Hey, hey, girl, you feel a good feeling. Oh, something like sanctified. Gotta be right, baby. Nothing wrong with love. If you want to love,
Oh, and that was Marvin Gaye with Let's Get It On. Oh, so good, Marvin. Thank you for that.
Oh yeah.
Let's turn the video back on for our video listeners.
For those you who want some visual
Oh,
pleasure.
it's so good. All right, so now we're gonna dive into, since we don't have a weird news for the kickback.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're just gonna give you some interesting facts here, some things that you never knew. Maybe you did, and we're just gonna tell them to you again.
We're just gonna reiterate these
over and over and over again.
somewhat maybe
Till you scream
common
out.
knowledge.
Till you scream out in passion or
Ecstasy. or
Just annoyance.
frustration. Why?
Well, here's some interesting facts for you. Number one, there are at least 1 million acts of sexual intercourse each day.
Every single day. Were you a part of that today?
In other words, around 65,000 couples are having sex at this moment
Right now.
around the world.
I bet it's you, if
It's
you're
me.
listening.
I just had sex 3 times
You had the stack of
during the song.
dirty magazines
From the garage.
in your garage. You tried to get your white trash, trailer trash wife to have sex with multiple men, and she said no. She blatantly refused.
And I said, well, I guess that's for the best.
It's nice to have a closed circle of sexual monogamy. Keep away some diseases.
Well, ladies, this is an important one to remember, and you gentlemen who are into other gentlemen. There's 7 calories in a teaspoon of semen, so if you're counting the calories, make sure you add them in.
7 calories. Good
That's
quick energy.
1 more than 6.
And if you eat a lot of sugary foods, it'll give you a little spike in adrenaline.
Researchers from the University of California found that men who helped with the housework got 50% more sex than those who did none.
I just read this recently.
They also found out that men who do not help with the housework get to do whatever the fuck they want to do instead of helping with the housework.
That's why I don't do any goddamn housework.
Wait a minute now. Agalmatophobia.
A gal.
Oh, no, wait, no. Agalmatophilia is a sexual attraction to statues or mannequins. Like that movie Mannequin from the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
That was a
Andrew
good movie.
McCarthy.
I love that movie. I always
And
wanted that
Kim
movie.
Cattrall, when she was actually hot and not an old catcher's mitt of a whore. An old flappy fucking slut wannabe. Whoring herself out for Sex and the City 2, an unnecessary sequel that brought no money in and had 0 production quality.
Similar to her stint at the whorehouse.
Cheap booze and even cheaper sex scenes.
Reports claim that the highest number of orgasms experienced by a woman in an hour is 134.
Now, guys, you have a lot to live up to.
In a man, it's 16.
16 orgasms per hour.
It's a lot
That's
of work.
Usain Bolt speed. Orgasms. You need to be a marathon runner.
That's it. It's good. Complete sexual inactivity may lead to a reduction in penis size. Use it or you lose it, guys.
That's right.
Take that, all you celibate bastards out there.
Priests have the tiniest
Now.
dicks.
Russian woman Tatiana Kozlovichia is reported to be the world record holder for lifting the most weights with her vaginal muscles. She lifted 14 kilograms.
Oh my god.
That's quite impressive. She could also probably rip your dick off, so it's a little scary.
Schwarzenegger pussy.
Yeah. The proteins in sperm give it an anti-wrinkle property when rubbed into the skin.
Money shot.
So basically, if you get cum on your face, rub it in, don't wipe it off, and
That's
you won't wrinkle.
No more crow's feet.
Bye-bye crow's feet. Of all nations, the Greeks claim to have the most sex. 87% said they have sex once a week.
Apothecles.
I was thinking John Stamos, but that works too.
Yogurt.
Approximately 1 in every 50 women has an extra nipple.
3 nipples. Gross. What would you do if you encountered an extra nipple?
Well, you'd
Suck
say,
it.
hell, yeah, what else could you do? You don't have a third arm. Unless you're Goro,
Suck it
then,
and twist them.
then you have 4.
And you need a 4th nipple.
Yeah.
Where's
Could you
the
grow
other
another nipple?
nipples? Goro like nipples. Goro not like Johnny Cage. Goro infertile because of Johnny Cage. Goro shoots blanks because of Johnny Cage's split punch. Sorry, ladies.
Finish him. Goro can't.
Goro not real man.
That's what happened. Goro didn't actually die. He turned into that girl Goro later. What the point?
Turn Goro dick inside out. Make she Goro.
Johnny Cage punched me in dick again.
Fucktality.
Oh man, wearing 2 condoms does not give extra protection against leaking. It actually raises the chance of breakage due to friction. Put that in mind.
2 sleeves are not as good as mine.
Prostitution is legal in most countries, including Iran, where temporary wives can be attained for a few hours, though it's a crime to advocate it or aid or abet a woman to enter prostitution or operate a brothel. It's punishable by execution.
$20 to see what's under the burqa.
Birkenstocks. One testicle hangs a little lower than the other so they don't strike each other while a man is moving.
Oh, pendulums.
According to a 2012 survey, 60% of Britons prefer to have sex with the lights off. That's probably because most of the Britons are horrific looking.
Poor dentistry.
A lost art. A merkin is a pubic wig. The word for the first was first used in 1617. They were originally used by prostitutes in the 15th century who had shaved their pubic hair to combat lice or to cover up signs of disease.
Nice rug.
Deception. 16. The man who invented Kellogg's cornflakes was a zealous campaigner against masturbation and believed a healthy diet would reduce sexual thoughts. It's a little strange.
That is kind of weird.
The global research site OnePoll.com reported that women believe Spain, Brazil, and Italy produced the best lovers. Englishmen were believed to be too lazy.
Matt and Matt are both Italian.
That's right. We just want to put that out there.
Just so you know.
And we have fans in Brazil, if that means anything.
Oh, Brazil.
Strippers earn more money when ovulating, probably because of sexually stimulating pheromones they release at the stage of their menstrual cycles.
The bears can smell the menstruation.
Oh, in ancient India, drinking mercury or lead after sex was believed to prevent pregnancy. Unfortunately, it often resulted in sterility or death.
Mad Hatter.
On a biological level, men have evolved to focus on the features of a woman that suggest fertility. Large breasts, a small waist, and full hips indicate that a woman is young, healthy, and probably not already pregnant.
TNA means better babies.
That's it. All right, here's some more for you here.
Sexy facts.
Some sex stats. According to the data, with the exception of the 71 and older group, at least 60% of men have masturbated within the past year.
And in the past hour.
And that's 80%.
Oh.
An impressive 84% of men between 25 and 29 are taking matters into their own hands. In contrast, women are masturbating much smaller numbers, consistently 10 to 30% lower than men in the same age group. This is bad news for you men, because a woman who is well acquainted with her own body will be more confident sexually, making her willing to and able to blow your mind in the bedroom. So you should never discourage her from pleasuring herself.
Get to work, ladies.
Loosen up them wrists. Flex those fingers. Have yourself a good time. The survey also revealed that masturbating in the presence of a partner is less popular activity than going solo, with only 49% of men aged 25 to 29 engaging in it. Encouraging your girl to touch herself while you watch is the best way to learn what does it for her, and letting her watch you will end your relationship forever.
Better than TV.
That's actually not what it says.
Unless you're a guy. Don't let her watch you do it, guys. Because soon she'll be turning around saying how disgusting it is.
She will be vomiting.
It's like trying to open a doorknob covered in Vaseline. Not attractive and not productive.
While wearing oven mitts. The numbers on how many men have received oral sex from a woman and given oral sex to a woman in the past year are showing perturbing discrepancies. It seems that men in nearly every age category are more likely to receive oral sex from the feminine partners than to give it.
To give is always better than to receive.
That's what Santa Claus always tells me. The only 18 to 24-year-olds are tipping the oral scales in the other direction, offering more mouth action than their female counterparts. It goes without saying that women aren't getting enough oral sex, and when they do, it makes a happier woman, and they're all the more willing to reciprocate.
Fuck like Jesus told you to. Do unto others as you would like to have done to you.
That's how it goes. So now, good old-fashioned vaginal intercourse is quite common among men aged 18 to 69.
Whoa.
Oh, it's a good age.
69.
With at least 53% 18 to 19 years of age. Well, go ahead. What do you have?
Oh, 70. I quit. 69's the sexiest age I can be. Now I'm done.
And up to 86%.
Where's that belt? I need to raise my pants up a little higher. Gotta choke off my dick. Never gonna use it again anyway.
25 to 29 years of age. Respondents say they've had vaginal intercourse in the past year. This kind of sex can be amazing, but don't forget that there are many other things you should have in your sexual repertoire. It is an ever-reliable standard, of course, but try getting your numbers up in the manual, oral, and anal categories, too.
Lots of holes.
After all, the studies show that women are more likely to orgasm with a variety of sexual acts when are involved.
Put it everywhere. Unless it's a hornet's nest. It's then steer clear. Or a pencil sharpener.
That would be a great way to, like, proposition a guy. Baby, you can put it everywhere. Oh, well, no, not anywhere. Everywhere. You figure out the logistics.
It's like this girl's like a Rubik's Cube. I can't solve her. I can't wrap my dick around everything.
All right, those lusty 25 to 29-year-olds top the percentages again when it comes to having anal sex. About 27% of them have been in someone's bum in the past year.
In the butt.
But this is still a...
Are you like 12?
But this is still a familiar minimal number, and the stats only get lower in the directions of both the young and the old. Your girlfriend not wanting to try it is really no excuse, since studies reveal that just as many, if not more, women are on the receiving end of anal sex than men are on the giving end. Maybe you think she'd never go for it. Maybe you think she'd never go for it, but you'll never know until you ask.
Hey, baby. Would you like to get rammed from behind? Well, yes, I do. Well, good. Because I wasn't going to ask twice.
Good, because that was a rhetorical question.
Buy 2 bottles of Astroglide tonight.
Popping bottles in the club.
Anal sex style.
The younger ones are the winners in this category, with condom usage the highest among 14 to 17-year-olds. The frequency of wearing a condom steadily declines as men age, dropping to 29% among 25 to 34-year-olds, and bottoming out at 5% for senior citizens.
I'm too old to give a fuck what I get.
When I come and it goes, you don't really need to worry about getting knocked up.
You may need a duster, though.
It's like baby powder. Of course, as men age, more of them enter monogamous relationships, have vasectomies, or have partners with permanent birth control solutions, making condoms less important. But lower numbers when it comes to protection are somewhat disturbing, considering the likelihood of getting a sexually transmitted infection without condoms. This is one area of your sex life where you definitely want to be above average.
Wrap it up.
Sex research is a very difficult study, and accuracy is hard to come by, but it's important for data like this to be collected in order to help healthcare workers create and adapt programs concerning sexual health. Not to mention helping you improve your sex life by applying the stats and making them work for you.
Come by.
So we're going to do, I guess we have time for one more sexy survey here. Statistics.
Sexy statistics.
So we're going to do one
Enriching
more.
your sex life and your nightlife. Pleasuring your ears, eyes,
Visual, aural, and something else maybe. We're not sure yet.
It's all relative. If you feel a tingle,
One
just
of,
go with it.
one of the statistics is the more you tweet, the more you pound the meat.
That sounds about right. We better just tweet this real quick and then.
That's when you jerk off to Pac-Man. Cougars are way more likely to go for threesomes than 20-somethings. Here's another
Old and
shocker. People
desperate.
who tweet have shorter relationships.
I better tweet about this fight. 140 characters until I break up.
All right, here. Now, here's 10 more interesting facts. Number 10. At least 50% of sexually active men and women will have a genital HPV infection at some point in their lives. HPV, or human papillomavirus, comes from both low and high-risk forms. Low-risk HPV can cause genital warts, and high-risk can cause cervical and other cancers. In 90% of cases, the body's immune system will fight off the disease within 2 years.
Silent killer.
Waiting period. 2/3 of women who had their first baby between 2001 and 2003 worked during their pregnancy, and 80% of those women worked within 1 month or less of giving birth. Compare this to the period between 1961 and 1965, where 44% of women worked during their pregnancy. 35% worked 1 month or less before delivering.
Poor labor laws.
What's your number? According to a survey of adults aged 20 to 59, women have an average of 4 sex partners during their lifetime.
Wow.
Men have an average of 7.
Really? That's surprising. That's very surprising, actually.
Men settle.
Men settle. It sounds like women settle.
And 2/3 of college students. No, men have 7.
Oh, they settle quicker.
Yeah.
3? What's that? A 3? That just turned into a 10.
2/3 of college students have been in a friends with benefits relationship, citing the lack of commitment requires as a main advantage to such an arrangement. More than half of those who had sex with a friend said they had engaged in all forms of sex. 22.7% said they had intercourse only, while 8% said they did everything
More time.
but have
post-scholastics.
intercourse. Want to come over and watch a movie? While 75% of men always reach orgasm during sex, only 29% of women report the same. In addition, most women are unable to climax through vaginal intercourse, instead needing clitoral stimulation. Proof that God hates you. About 1 out of 10 married adults, 12% say they typically sleep alone. She's got the Jimmy legs. The average male loses his virginity at age 16.9.
Oh my. 0.9.
Females average slightly older at 17.4, and a new study shows that genetics may be a factor. Inherited traits such as impulsivity can make a person more or less willing to have sex at an early age.
Poor decision making.
Life problems. Approximately 5% of the 40-year-old men between 15 and 25 perceive of 65-year-old men experiencing erectile dysfunction.
Limp dicks. Like a wet noodle hanging off of a...
Stand at attention, soldier. Guys, relax. No matter what those movies might suggest. In the United States, the average erect penis is 5 to 7 inches long and about 4 to 6 inches in circumference.
Circumference.
Luckily, my dick is bigger than my vocabulary. And I have a rather large vocabulary.
There's not a lot of room for vocabulary when your dick is this big.
Well, this is interesting because I was under the impression at least back when I was doing my research, it was 6 to 8 inches, I believe, was the...
That's always the figure that up.
Yeah,
No.
the United States. So
I just had this conversation recently with my girlfriend.
Well, I'm happy to say I have been and still am above the average.
Above and beyond the call of duty.
Sure, there's the obvious. Take one for the team. But there's also an argument for men's biological drive to perpetuate the genes. An 18th century Russian woman holds the world record for having birthed the most children. You want to guess at how many it was?
32.
Too low.
Oh my god. 47.
Still too low.
Oh my god. This like the opening to her pussy must be like
Hot dog down a hallway.
Oh my god. 57.
Still too low.
84.
Too high.
70.
Too high.
61.
Too low.
68.
Too low.
69.
Yes.
69 motherfucking babies.
An 18th century Russian woman holds the world record for having birthed 69 children in her life, which she had over the course of 27 pregnancies that included 16 pairs of twins, 7 sets of triplets, and 4 sets of quadruplets.
And 27 inbred goblins.
The rest, strangely enough, were goldfish. But she's...
What's wrong?
Oh, get out of here. It's just because of the song.
Fuck errors.
But she's outdone by the male record holder for most kids, a Moroccan emperor who, according to the Guinness Book of World Records, sired, you want to guess how many?
370.
Well, we've got daughters and sons. How many daughters?
It's 210.
Too low.
350?
Oh, you just missed it. 342 daughters.
Oh my god.
And guess how many sons?
406.
Too low.
580.
Too high.
Oh, 500.
525 sons.
Oh my god.
And by 1721, he was reputed to have left 500 or 700 male descendants.
We're probably related to this guy.
It's quite possible. So that's our
Getting
sexy
it on
facts.
the regular.
Oh, it's so good.
On the regular, meaning every day of the year for 4 to 8 years. God, that's like, if you think about it, that's like the fullest sense of evolutionary survival instinct.
That's following your instincts, all right.
Just no discretion, no inhibitions.
I don't see how he could have been a warlord. He was fucking all the time. They
I'll
must
get
have
to
come
that.
really quick.
I'll get to that battle once I'm done fucking this line of 48 women. They're all fertile.
They just line, they all bend over, just asses, as far as the eye can see. Like a Tommy gun. All right, let's read a few more stories before we wrap up the night.
Wrap it up to be safe.
Oh, so good. Recently, my wife Kelly and I decided to go to a nudist resort for vacation. Kelly stands out about 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighs about 128 pounds, and has an athletic body that's topped off with 38C breasts and beautiful long brown hair.
Fairly average woman.
She gets
Quite basic, actually.
She gets plenty of looks every time she walks into a room, and I love watching men desire her. These guys seem to really like having other people fuck their wives.
Why don't you like what you have? Appreciate your wife. Selfish motherfucker.
We arrived, checked into the resort, and were led to our suite, which was on the first floor by a hotel employee.
And an ice machine.
The female employee pulled back the curtains in front of the patio doors to reveal that our room was right next to the swimming pool as well as the beach. When she asked how we liked our room, Kelly, who was looking at all the nude sunbathers, replied, "It's wonderful."
I love nudity.
The employee replied, "I'm sorry, this is the wrong room. You're actually on the 23rd floor. You have a clear view of the police station." Which is where you'll be immediately taken if you break any rules of the club.
Thin ice.
Kelly got nervous, so we went home.
Moments of glory.
Oh, man. Start small, Hammond said to himself. He placed his machine on the bathroom sink. He reasoned that in the tiled room, auras stayed in the air, longer and were somewhat less likely to dissipate than they would in a long room that had more porous walls.
Specters.
He switched on the machine, which was about the size of a microwave oven, pointed it at the wall above the bathtub. Flecks of water materialized, and then, coming into focus, a 3-dimensional hologram of a nude girl standing under the water, running her
Science.
She blinded me with science.
running her soapy hands over her lithe body. "Awesome," Hammond gasped. The naked girl turned his way, her slippery hands covering boobs that formed vivid cleavage as she continued to soap herself. Foamy trickles skittered down her slim belly and fizzled into her amazingly full patch of pubes. Hammond was so shocked, so afraid. The lifelike woman would shout at him, peeping at her, that he turned off the machine. It was at this point that Hammond hung himself because he realized it was just an illusion.
And he would never reach that level
of Merkin.
Of Merkin in a real life scenario. Suicide.
We've got one more story for you here. That's gonna be good. All right.
I'm gonna bring you down with one more sexy story
Oh, here
for the
we go.
evening.
I noticed that many of the women who write to Forum like to brag about their men. Well, no man in this or any other world can compare with my man.
Isn't he sexy?
John deserves an entire issue dedicated to him. He's my rock, my best friend, and my lover. I hear him come in at night and try not to wake me. Through the dim light shining in the window, I watch him undress. First the shirt, the arms that squeeze me when he comes, the smooth, tight muscles in his stomach, and the slight trace of hair growing down into the top of his jeans.
Unshaven.
Just watching him move is magic. I have to touch myself.
I love myself. I want you to love me.
Rub my fingers over my pussy.
When I feel down, I want you above me.
Onto my clit.
Think I would die if I were to ignore whatever.
I rub faster. I rub faster and feel the juice well up inside me. I push a finger in deeper and deeper. I want him to make love to me. I open my eyes and his shoes and socks are off. His feet.
Arbitrary details.
I noticed he wore his striped socks today. And that his feet reek. Should have showered. Oh, I lost my place. Where am I here?
Okay. Shoes and socks.
Slowly, as though he knows I'm watching, he frees the button on his jeans. The zipper is pulled downward.
Bzz.
I hear the ting of the metal scraping. I can't wait to feel him next to me. I want his big cock inside of me, making me come to church every Sunday.
Religious families.
Oh, we would like to thank everyone for bearing with us through this ridiculous episode.
This is a dream come true after, like, how many years have we had this
We-
stuff pressed?
We put this together, I think, it's probably been 3 years ago.
Yeah, when we first started, we had this idea, and then here we are, like, doing late night live shows.
Right.
And then you told me,
really, we should do like a late night show.
yeah, you said you still had the shit.
Yeah.
I was like-
I have all kinds of different things that we created for possible segments that we never did, and this was one of them. And so we were joking about it and said we should do a full episode of the Kickback with Matt and Matt.
Oh, the kick.
And so this was it. You all witnessed it. If you actually made it to this point, congratulations. You have listened to some very strange things
Yes.
that you'll never hear again on our show.
Well, we could always do a kickback episode
Well,
if we get
If
replies.
people like it,
If
yeah,
people
why
wanna
not?
hear it,
yeah, then
we'll do another
Then we'll
kickback.
throw them in every 10 or something like that.
Yeah, this was a 70 episode. This is like a
No, this wasn't 70. Was it 70?
episode 70. Yeah,
Are you shitting me?
which is part of the reason why I thought it was good to.
I thought
not
last
go
week was
last
the.
week. No, this was
Last
episode
time.
70.
Oh, okay. Well, then I have the wrong number. Whoever is listening to this live.
Oh, did you put the? Well,
I
I
put
might be.
episode- I put
might be
episode
mistaken.
61. I'm pretty sure it's not episode 70.
Oh, well then it might be. No, dude, I think this is episode 70.
I'm gonna check it out right now.
Am I just completely retarded?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh yeah, that's.
But that's beside the
If
point.
you listen to this episode,
No, you're
you
right.
know the
It's
answer to that
episode
question.
71. I thought it was episode 61. It's episode 71. Episode 70 was the last one that we have done, where we talked
Oh.
about Knoble's Grove and all that stuff. So, Yeah. So this is episode 71. I put episode 61 up, which is incorrect. What are you laughing about?
So Violet says to me, she's our only listener live right now.
Yeah.
She said she just got out of the shower, turned us on.
Wait a minute. Turn the voice back down.
She just got out of the shower.
Out of the shower.
Turned our podcast on.
Turned it back on.
Took her towel off.
Took the towel off.
In order to put her clothes on.
That it's going the wrong direction.
And the song started playing.
Okay.
What's the song?
Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye.
Let's get it on.
She said the timing couldn't have been any better.
Oh.
She was completely naked.
Oh, yeah.
By happenstance.
Well, that's good. At least one good thing has happened.
At least one sexy thing happened out of the goddamn... The whole entire show devoted to that.
Oh, man.
Oh,
but anyhow, yeah, so next week we'll be back to normal.
Regular old podcast.
Yeah, back to the kickstart. And so thanks everybody for listening to the Kickback with Mad
and Matt.
And we're gonna send you off with some Rod Stewart. We have to.
Big Rod.
We have to
take us out.
Big Rod's gonna be
with his
plowing into your ears. and I'm
Symphony
sure
of sexiness.
you know how it goes.
And inquisitivity.
He's so inquisitive about. He's actually a little insecure and he wants to know something, so perhaps you can help him out. He is Rod Stewart after all, so we'll see you guys next week.
Have a sexy evening.
Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Touch me, come on, show me, let me know. you.